It's deep dive time here on SportsBit. Let's talk NBA Western Conference second half preview. If you missed the Eastern Conference second half preview, you can go back checking the archives from yesterday. Today, we're going to shift our focus to the West. Let's start with a look at the standings. Right now, you can really break these teams into two categories. There's Houston and Golden State, and then there's everybody else. After Utah, there's nobody contending. We're really looking at Clippers and the Jazz and the Pelicans and the Blazers and the Nuggets and the Thunder all battling for the final four spots in the West. We're not going to see a team coming out of the pack to get in to the Western Conference playoff mix. It's these 10 teams that have a chance. So what's happened in the first half? And we talked about yesterday how the top 3 point spread teams in the NBA, all coming from the Eastern Conference, in terms of Boston, Toronto, and Philly. The Western Conference, there hasn't been anyone profitable. I mean, literally, the Clippers and the Jazz, the top 2 ATS teams in the first half. All right, the Jazz were probably the best team in the NBA in the last couple of weeks before the breaks. The Clippers are a fringe playoff contender that traded away their best player, and then played better and got a bunch of point spread covers. But no one's looking at Utah or the Clips as being these great likely point spread juggernauts down the stretch. At least I'm not. And then after that, we talk about the good teams in the West, ATS. It's Clips and the Jazz at the top. And then Spurs, Blazers, Pelicans, Lakers. They're all just a game or two over 500 against the spread. That's it. The Western Conference, by and large, much more about finding value spots than it is about finding teams to ride. You talk about the playoffs. There's zero drama here. Look, let's be honest. It's Rockets and the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. Everyone else is here for fun. If we don't see Rockets, Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, we'll all be disappointed. Does the number 1 seed matter for the home court? Of course it does. Game 7, would Golden State rather play at home? I'm sure they would. Houston owns the tiebreaker. The teams don't meet again. You wonder, again, there's only a half game separating them now, but maybe Steve Kerr wants to give Golden State. I don't know that Kerr's going to try to chase down the top seed. I think the Warriors are more than capable of. It's more important for Golden State to go in healthy and rested than it is for them to go in with home court advantage. And I would think Kerr's going to coach that way. I don't look at Golden State, the money-losing Warriors in the first half, as being a team that's likely to turn around. And Houston, who's number 1 in my power ratings, they've been as good as anybody or better than anybody in the NBA this year. They haven't even been profitable, which shows where the markets are at. With the Rockets, it's certainly a problem. You wonder if some of the veteran teams not necessarily interested in getting the 7 or 8 seed, going on vacation preferable to early elimination by Houston or Golden State. I don't know if that's real or not, but certainly the motivation to get that last playoff seed likely to be greater for a younger team than a veteran squad. So we say, is anyone capable here of giving us some upside ATS? Is there anyone here that has upside in the future markets? OKC might have a little upside against the spread. We talk about Paul George and Steven Adams and Russell Westbrook. They've learned how to play together. Carmelo hasn't, but the other 3 have. In theory, this team could make a run. And of course, Oklahoma City ranks number 29 out of 30 teams against the spread. Only the Cavs have been worse. So in theory, there's upside for OKC. I just haven't seen enough of it on the floor yet. I'm not buying the Spurs. I'm not buying them. Even if Kawhi comes back, I think it would really take a pop miracle. Popovich is a coach who we all respect. This is not one of his better teams. I'm not looking at San Antonio as a squad that's about to flip a switch. What about the teams that weren't in the playoff chase? They aren't in the playoff chase. Some of the bottom feeder with ATS upside. I almost hate to say it because when you say something like this on the Kings, it's trouble. But I'm telling you, Sacramento has played hard. They still have a handful of veterans, Vince Carter and Zach Randolph, that are getting minutes every night. And, De'Aaron Fox and Willie Cauley-Stein, that's not a bad duo to build around. This is the role that I want the Kings in. They're 7-1 against the spread their last 8 as road dogs. They're always catching big points. Hell, the Magic were laying 7.5 at home against Sacramento. They won straight up at Dallas, Miami, Orlando, and New Orleans. During this run, I think the Kings have potential to keep playing hard down the stretch and cover some point spreads. There you have it. Loaded show today, even loadeder show tomorrow. NBA's back. We'll have big game breakdowns, plus all the news and notes you expect right here on SportsBit Be sure to check back in and please give us a like, give us a follow, give us a retweet. Enjoy your day. Best of luck with all your games. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.